Alright, this is to test out my new mic system here. So, still working in a muddy ass mess here. Trying to see if we got some soft spot in this road. We're going to try to see if we can't undercut and get down to something solid. We're going to build it back with rock. So, like I say, I got a new mic here. We're going to see how that goes. See if it works worth a crap. That way you guys can hear what I'm saying. Turns out there is, on top of this, when we were cutting this road out, it was solid. But as the winter has come along, groundwater started to come up, and there is a super hard pan underneath this that apparently we're going to have to dig the whole road down to make it solid. Because once trucks started getting onto this stuff, it started kind of giving away. So it's about a foot lower than what we. It's a foot lower than this. There's like two sections of different types of clay. So it's about a foot lower than the first layer of clay. And it seems to be pretty stable after that. Try to save some of this rock if I can. If not, it is what it is. The trucks can back over on the left-hand side of the road. It seems to be really stable, but for whatever reason, same elevation. This side of the road is nothing but soft stuff. So whatever. Can't never tell, especially this place. You can see it kind of breaks up just like a big old chewy chunk. Wasn't like that about a month ago whenever we cut the construction entrance in. back there and dump that off. That window rattling is going to drive me freaking nuts. I guess it just needed somebody to threaten it. Going to try to back off the edge of that right there. We're having to undercut about 4 feet right there where he's at. We're building up with dirty shot rock. It's big, huge stuff. So we're just going to dump it off there, and I'm going to transition that mess back when we get down to that point. But all this right here is starting to kind of, with the dump trucks coming in with rock and stuff, it's starting to kind of undermine itself. So we knew that we was going to have to dig this out anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and do it now. That way we're not running into a problem later on down the road here. hard stuff right there. Good. Finally. Mashing the drive over here now, like the yard, where the yard joins the road. That's all right. We got to go through there and cut ditches anyway. Some of this crap over here. I want to get some WD-40 out for that window. Made the mistake of opening the window the other day, and ever since then it has rattled. Kind of skin this rock back a little bit. Like I say, this is just to the construction entrance, just so we can get in and out of here. But we're going to have to build this road up, and from basically the very beginning all the way to the back with rock, more than likely, just because we're having so much issue with groundwater. We use this little dump truck just for things like this. Our big haul truck is too big to do this and just really heavy. This little thing right here works out just perfectly for little projects like this right here, for tight squeezes. It doesn't haul a lot. You might be able to cram about 6 or 7 yards in it if you heap it up. And we used to have 2 sideboards on there, but I tore one of those off, hauling some stumps in it a little while ago. But it actually works pretty good with just one on it. Perfect for things like this. We use it around houses and stuff like that where you can't get a regular dump truck. That one's 6-wheel drive. Starting to get real chewy out here. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. if I can make that dang thing quit squeaking. She just ain't hardly. What happens is that water, you've got groundwater that comes up all the time, and it gets suspended. There's two different types of clay here that we have come to find out, and the water gets suspended right above this really hard pan of clay that we're at right here. See, it's like a rock. That water will not permeate that. So what it does is it stays suspended. See here in this layer here, it stays suspended in this layer. And it never hardens up. So we're having to get down to this level right here and build back with some pretty big rock. But anyways, you can see what we're doing here. I'll come back in after we've kind of got some stuff dug up. All right, back to building up the road. This is the last of this stuff that we're getting, and we'll start getting some dirty shot rocks. We're getting kind of deep now. We can hide there. I mean, when it comes in, it's like 2-foot boulders. So it's kind of hard to hide those boulders whenever you're so shallow, but now we're getting down there pretty good. And we need to start building the grade of the road up anyway. So that'll give us something better to work with. I rake these piles down for them so that it don't spread out so far past our boundaries of a road, and we can kind of keep all the material kind of condensed to where we need it. We really should be putting this in lifts and kind of rolling it with a smooth drum, but we just don't really have the option to right now. The way this place is so wet and stuff, we can't get the machines around everything. So we're just having to kind of roll it, push it in, track it in, and we're driving the trucks over them while we're doing it. And we've got a haul truck that we're going to load and drive it in. And this stuff right here, it's a little bit damp, and when it sets up, it's like pavement. So I mean, it'll be all right, I think. Be better than what we've been dealing with, that's for sure. I'm going to just spray that window. anyways, we get it about like that right there, and see he can blade that in, and it don't roll out the edges of his blade so bad, because this is supposed to be 3-inch minus, so 3 inches of 3-inch size rocks down to crush and run, basically. But it's about a 6-inch minus to me. I mean, it's got riprap in it, basically, but it works great for a road like what we're dealing with right here, because this is just a sub layer. I mean, it'll get a compacted crush and run on top of it and stuff like that, and eventually it'll be paved and all. So you can see we're getting pretty deep over here, so we're going to start running that dirty shot to fill in some good space, and that stuff's got 2-foot boulders in it, and it'll allow it to really bed the hell in there, I guess.